This video is for those of you that are hard stuck, diamond, ascendant, or maybe even platinum. At this level, most players already have decent aim and a solid understanding of the fundamentals of Valorant. You know crosshair placement. You understand utility. You know how to trade teammates. But despite all that, you're still stuck. You win some games, you lose some games. You hover around the same rank for months, and you might be asking yourself, what am I missing? Well, today, I'm going to tell you something that high-ranked players and pros rarely talk about openly. It's not a new aim routine. It's not a secret sensitivity. It's not some hidden crosshair. It's something psychological, something that completely changes how you approach gunfights. The secret is, you need an ego. Now wait, before you start typing in the comments saying, ego players ruin ranked games, or this guy is telling people to be toxic. That is not what I mean. There is a massive difference between a bad ego and a competitive ego. And if you understand the difference, it can completely change how you play the game. Bad ego versus good ego. First, let's talk about what a bad ego looks like. A bad ego is when a player thinks they are better than their teammates, refuses to communicate, and basically plays their own game. They bait teammates, they refuse to trade, they lurk every round without telling anyone. When the team loses, they say, "My teammates are trash." That is not confidence, that's just being a bad teammate. And those players usually stay hard stuck forever. That is not the ego I'm talking about. What a good ego actually is. The ego I'm talking about is internal confidence. It's the mindset that when you load into a match, you tell yourself, I am the best player in this lobby. Not in a toxic way, not in a way that disrespects your teammates, but in a way that builds your confidence in every single gunfight. When you peek an angle, you're not thinking, what if I lose this fight? You're thinking, I'm going to get this kill. You swing every angle with confidence. You clear corners like you expect someone to be there. And if they are there, you're ready. You're not reacting out of fear. You're reacting with intent to kill. Even if you lose a few fights, your confidence does not drop, because in your mind you know, those deaths are temporary. Every fight is just another opportunity to prove you're better. This mindset forces you into uncomfortable situations. It forces you to take fights, and over time, that pressure builds real mechanical skill. Why ego actually wins gunfights? Let's break this down logically. Imagine that every gunfight in Valorant is theoretically a 50-50. Two players, same weapon, same angle, same reaction time. In theory, either player could win, but what happens when confidence enters the equation? Let's say we have two players. Player A, absolute confidence, swings with the intention of killing instantly. Player B, already nervous, already thinking about losing the fight. Maybe player A killed them earlier in the match. Now, when player B peeks, they're second-guessing themselves. Their movement is hesitant, their reaction time slows down, and suddenly that 50-50 fight isn't 50-50 anymore. It becomes 70-30, maybe even 90-10 in favor of player A. Confidence directly affects reaction speed, decision-making, crosshair commitment, peeking timing, and the higher rank you go, the more this matters. At high ranks, everyone has aim. The difference becomes who believes in their aim more. Why most players stay hard stuck? The biggest reason players stay stuck in Diamond or Ascendant is because they start respecting enemies too much. They think, that guy might be a smurf, that Reyna killed me twice already. What if I lose this duel? And that hesitation is exactly what gets them killed. Instead of taking control of fights, they start playing scared. They hold angles too long. They jiggle peek without committing. They give enemies time to outplay them. And the moment you start playing not to die, instead of playing to win fights, your performance drops. That's why developing the right ego is so powerful. My story, Iron 3 to Immortal. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool mindset, but does this actually work? Let me tell you something. I went from Iron 3 to Immortal 3 in 1 year, and the biggest shift in my gameplay wasn't aim training, it was mindset training. The moment I stopped fearing enemies and started believing I was better than them, my gameplay completely changed. I started taking fights I used to avoid. I started peeking angles faster. I started trusting my crosshair placement, and suddenly, I was winning fights I used to lose. That's when I developed what I call the JK Ego Method. The JK Ego Method. These are the rules I follow every time I play Valorant. Rule 1. Swing every angle with intent. When you clear an angle, you don't clear it slowly, hoping nobody is there. You clear it like someone is there. Your crosshair is ready. Your movement is confident. Your goal is not to check angles. Your goal is to kill anyone in that angle. Even if nobody is there, your brain is training for real fights. Rule 2. Absolute confidence in your aim. You must trust your mechanics. No hesitation, no doubt. Even if you lost the last 3 gunfights, the next fight is still yours, because hesitation kills faster than bad aim. You are the hunter, not the prey. Rule 3. Never fear the enemy. The moment you become afraid of someone in the lobby, you've already lost. Fear creates hesitation. Hesitation loses fights. Instead, you should think, if he killed me before, that just means I know how he plays now. adapt, adjust, but never fear. Rule 4. Reset your mental after every death. Even ego players die. Even pros lose duels. But the difference is they reset instantly. They don't carry doubt into the next round. They don't think about their KDA. They focus on the next fight. The egoist example. Demon 1. One of the best examples of an ego player is Demon 1, Max Demon 1 Mazanov. If you watch his gameplay, you'll notice something. He swings and swings and swings again. He believes in his aim. He believes he will win the duel, and that confidence helped him become a world champion duelist. That's the mindset you want to build. Not toxic, not reckless, but confident and fearless. So if you're stuck in Diamond, Ascendant, or Platinum, maybe your aim isn't the problem. Maybe your settings aren't the problem. Maybe your mindset is. Start building confidence. Start taking fights. Start trusting your mechanics, because the egoist will almost always beat the scared player. So next time you queue ranked, remember the JK ego method. Swing every angle, trust your aim, fear nobody, and play like you are the best player in the lobby. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and let me know if you want more guides on climbing ranked and improving your mindset in Valorant. Good luck in your games, and remember, confidence wins gunfights.